one thing I mentioned is I don't believe you need 1 million followers or you need to go viral to make a lot of money on your channel. And I wanted to highlight these stats because this is from last year. So I was able to make over $1 million by just having 100,000 subscribers. But last year I decided to challenge myself because I wanted to prove to people that I'm the GOAT when it comes to YouTube. So I was able to show them strategies in real time that I'm able to grow any channel. And the reason why I did this is because I have a lot of faceless channels that people don't know about. And it's kind of hard for me to show certain things if I don't want people to know it's me. So this is the only channel where my face is on it. And if you look at the stats here in my analytics, there was only one day where I gained almost 50,000 subscribers. And then in 60 days, I gained over 700,000 subscribers. And I'll go over like what I did to gain that. But this was the stats from last year. And right now I'm at 1.8 million. So one thing that really helped me when I was growing on YouTube last year is collaborating with awesome people in this community, in the YouTube Shorts community. So I collaborated with a creator. Her name is Sharente. She's on this call right now. And we did a live stream. Now, one thing about me when I'm doing content, I don't just show up just for the heck of it. I do my research prior. I saw that there was a high search value for people looking for beauty products. And mind you, I am not a beauty girly. So this was different for me, but we decided to gather up a lot of our beauty products that we enjoyed and we did a live stream together, and we didn't get fancy with it. We just used our phone and went live. So if you did not know, you can go live with other creators directly on your phone. You can only do one creator at a time, but it's a good way to grow. Just remember that this journey does not have to be a solo journey when you are growing on YouTube. Another way that I was able to grow is through community posts. Something simple, asking people like, which pink nails are your favorite? Over 20,000 people voted on their favorite color nails, and they're all different shades of pink. So I use my community post a lot because if you did not know, you can actually grow by posting there, even if you're not posting videos. So a lot of people don't know that the community posts go into the YouTube home feed and people can discover you that way. It's kind of similar to like a Facebook post where you're able to tag friends and other channels. You could do polls, you could do quizzes, you could post a picture, you could show some BTS. And lastly, you can highlight a video that you feel like people did not get to see. Be mindful that when you do post a video on YouTube, every single person that is subscribed is not going to see your video. So just kind of keep that in mind. So this is just another way to highlight something that your community may have missed. Besides live streaming and community posts, I, of course, do on-demand videos, not as much as live streaming and shorts, but those are kind of the ways I'm able to grow on my channel. With the shorts, I do different formats. I try everything, and whatever works, I stick to it. So for me, green screening is my favorite go-to, and you could do it in different ways. You can remix other people's content. I usually remix a lot of my friends' video, and it's like back and forth. We do each other's videos, and it's been a great way for us to grow. And then I also do a lot of AI with the Dream Screen, and Dream Screen is game changer because it has saved me thousands of dollars, and I'm going to explain how. In my videos, I teach people how to make their own clothes. So if I have to go out and get the fabric, sew the outfit, edit the video, do all this marketing, that's a lot of money and time being spent. But now with the AI Dream Screen, I'm able to create a dress that didn't require me to sew at the sewing machine. So now I'm saving thousands of dollars by not actually making the clothes. And of course, my audience knows it's AI, but if I decide to bring it to life, I can. So if you look at my channel, there's a virtual fashion show I did by using the YouTube AI Dream Screen. It's my design because I created the prompt. And funny enough, I had the fabric. So YouTube did a good job at, recreating something I already had at home. So if I want to bring it to life, once again, I can do that. So in regards to me building this business, one thing I could say for creators is to create a content system and not just content. So my mindset shifted when I decided to not just operate as a creator, but as a business. So think of your channel like a brick and mortar. Like if you're not showing up for people, what makes you think they're going to show up for you when there's others that probably do something similar? So once again, like if you have a place in your local community and the shop is always closed, then we're going to move on to the next person that probably do something similar. So in the beginning, I would just show
like
up when I felt like it. I didn't have a system. I didn't have a content calendar. It was just like whatever. The moment I decided to have a system in place, I realized I didn't always have to promote the videos I was doing. People were starting to show up for me because they knew that every week I would probably show up Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just having some type of system in place is very, very good just to kind of help you keep on track with the content that you are uploading. So if you don't have a content calendar, you can keep it simple with a Google Calendar. One tool I like is Notion. I use that quite often with creators in this community. It's a way for us to kind of keep up to date with a lot of our collaborations. We can drop files in, we could do a whole bunch of stuff into Notion, and you can sign up for free. So because I have made so much money, I wanted to make sure I protect my business, my channel, especially now since I'm looking for investors. So this is something you could definitely talk to with like your CPA, because I am not a CPA. But I just wanted to highlight this because if you are at that point where you're looking for investments, because the creator economy is growing so massive right now, and there's a lot of companies that are investing into not just creators, but YouTubers. And so if your business is not set up properly, they won't invest and put that money into your personal account. And this is why I wanted to highlight that. And also, if you're making money from your channel and you want to operate it as a business, you can't just say that. It needs to be, you know, registered as a business. So make sure you have your business bank account, your YouTube money is going into your business bank account, and you're keeping things separate. So when I first started, I was struggling on my channel. Like the struggle was real. And I have shared this with people in this group. I was like, I didn't have any money because I was a broke college student. I had got my degree in fashion design and merchandising, and I had a negative in my bank account. So I didn't have money to like get a new camera, new computers and stuff. So what I started to do was cash in bottles. And that's how I was getting a lot of the materials and things for my channel. But later on, I learned that there's ways to get funding if you have a business, which I wish I learned a long time ago, but now I'm able to teach this to other people. So besides me cashing in bottles, once I decided to register as a business, I got business credit. And that was one of the ways that I was able to fund a lot of the things on my channel because I have a cost for certain videos that I do. You can also look into SBA loans, crowdfunding. I have a lot of creators that I've worked with where they crowdfunded ideas and projects on their channel, and they raised like over $100,000, some up to $1 million. So the money is out there, but once again, being registered as a business can help you. We also have VC funding, which is like virtual VC funding is like with private equity. So a lot of companies now, like Slow Creator Fund, Spotter, they invest millions into content creators. Even Mr. Beast right now have investors on his channel where they have given him millions of dollars to help fund his channel. So I recently had a call. I was telling Elise I had a call with a Slow Creator Fund yesterday. And so we're going to see what the future holds for my channel so I could bring a lot of my ideas to life and not use all of my money to do it. So one thing I wanted to highlight, because social media is such a big space, but also a lot of people will come across great ideas and you want to make sure you protect it. So all of my YouTube channels, including my faceless channels, all have a trademark. Any ideas that I share, which I think is like unique, I make sure I get a patent. So I don't share anything unless I protect it. And I think a lot of creators should start thinking about this, even if you can't afford like a trademark or a patent. You can get a copyright that costs like less than $50. With the trademark, it can cost you, starting point is around $350 right now. So just kind of look into that. If you want to look into trademarks, you can go to uspto.gov. I actually did my own trademark. What people don't tell you, or maybe they don't know, is that they have attorneys that will work with you for free on the USPTO website. Nobody told me this. I just came across this information and I was like, I didn't know. I was going to hire somebody over $10,000 to do this trademark for my channel. So it saved me tons of money and I was able to invest that money elsewhere. But my trademark for the Dr. Fashion channel at the time, it cost me about $250. They did go up on trademarks rates. So it's $350 right now. So once again, go to uspto.gov and look into all that good stuff. There's tons of courses and resources on their website. Now, what really helped me take it up a notch on my channel, besides being consistent and doing different formats, was really thinking about diversifying my revenue streams on my channel. So I have built this revenue pillar on my channel, which allowed me to make that 7 figures. And I was very strategic about it. I didn't just say, oh, I'm going to do this and X, Y, and Z. I had a strategy for everything in a marketing plan. So everything was together. So I remember getting a whiteboard on Amazon, and I'm like, how do millionaires become millionaires? Because when we think about millionaires back before the internet existed, they didn't have a YouTube channel. I'm like, they didn't have a YouTube channel. So what is it that they're doing that I'm not? And so I just kind of made note of that, but I also started thinking about the things that I could offer my audience. So besides YouTube AdSense, we have brand deals and UGC content. There's actually a lot of creators on Fiverr right now doing UGC content for brands, and they're making thousands of dollars. So that is something worth looking into. I've also created digital products. This is an example on the right-hand side of some of my best sellers. So I sell these digital templates that people can print out at home and create their own party favors. I made this on Canva. I'm selling it for $1.99. But when you have thousands of people watching a video and they decide to make that purchase, I'm able to make thousands of dollars from it. I also have courses and ebooks that people can purchase and a whole bunch of things on my website. Then we have the physical product. The main source of income for me in 2019, when I made the million, was I was doing a bunch of prom dresses, and that almost took me out. So I lost count of how many prom dresses I did, but the starting rate was around $3,000. So a lot of, if you see the designs, it would make sense. So I did a lot of hand beading, embellishments, and I had to hire people from my class to help me because I was getting way too many orders due to a video that was on my channel. I showed people how they could make their own Beyonce inspired gown. And there was people making their own dresses, but there was a lot of people that wanted custom dresses made by me. And I was like, oh my God. So I made quite a bit of money from doing that. And then I also started to style other influencers, which I still do. So a lot of content creators on YouTube, they'll pull from my rack with dresses that I made on my channel, and they'll wear them to red carpet events. Then we have memberships. There are memberships on YouTube, but I also have a membership on my own website. So I do both. And I don't offer the same thing. On the YouTube channel, it's more lower tiered, like $2.99 starting rate, and I think up to $9.99. But on my website, it can go anywhere from $25 to $60 per month. Then we have affiliate marketing, which I find very interesting because sometimes my YouTube shopping income can surpass my AdSense. So there's been times where I either sold out of items and then I use Amazon as my backup, because on YouTube and Amazon, once you sell out, they're not going to replace it with something else. So you need a backup link for people to get to something that you're probably advertising. So I use both. So YouTube shopping is my go-to for affiliate marketing. And then lastly, we have consultations. And this is all from this one channel. I've been able to branch out to different businesses since this channel, but this is all from the Dr. Fashion channel. So one thing I like to tell creators is scaling beyond YouTube. Once you start building the brand, think about really building the email list. Every video that I put out on my channel, I make sure I tell people, sign up to my email list. And the reason why this is good is for many reasons. Going back to what I mentioned before, when you post a video, once again, everybody is not going to see it. So if you have an email list of thousands of people, you can let them know, hey, I uploaded this video, or, you know, you can monetize it and have links to affiliate marketing products or to brand deals. There's brands that have paid me money just to advertise their product in my email list that came from my YouTube channel, and I didn't have to make a video. So this is like another way for you guys to monetize. So really you're just packaging the channel like a media company and not just operating it like a YouTube channel.